Hello everyone, very excited today to be checking out a couple backpacks that were sent over for review on the channel. This one is the Metcaf 50 from Mystery Ranch, and then this one is the Sawtooth 45 from Mystery Ranch. They're very light, very comfortable, nice padding on them. So if you guys have any experience with any of these backpacks from Mystery Ranch, please leave a comment and let me know what you think of them. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. With this Sawtooth 45, it is available in 3 colors: our Optifade Subalpine. It's also available in Coyote, which is a brown color, and then it's also available in this Foliage, which is a green. These things are super adjustable. There's all kinds of straps on them for, like right here, you could attach a bow on the back and carry it like that, or turn it around and attach it right in there. But that's one of the uses you could do with all the strapping that's on here. Right there, it would be nice and tight up against the pack. Or you could attach on this one, you could put a rifle in this, put the butt of the rifle in this little cup, or it's a bottle holder, and then you got these side straps right here that would hold it tight against the pack. This thing's just got all kinds of features. On the bottom right here is a couple more straps that are fully adjustable. You can open these up and put, let's say, a tent. It has these fully adjustable side straps, which are kind of loose right now. Side strap, it goes through this pocket right here. So if you did have the butt of a rifle in there, it's going to hold it inside the pocket, because you can see right here that strap runs inside of that pocket there. So that's a nice feature. On the top right here are a couple more straps, fully adjustable. So you can see right there that you could throw something else up here if you wanted to store a coat or any other items up top. You can put them there. These clips, they're just little snap clips, and they are fully adjustable. So you just unsnap it, put whatever you want in there, snap it back closed, and then you cinch it tight to hold whatever you got tight against the backpack. And then there's these Velcro pieces. On each one of these straps is a Velcro piece. And what that does is it holds the strap tight, keeps it nice and clean. These things have flex to them. So if you put something a little big in there, it will stretch to fit. And on this side of the pack, you can see all these lines. Let me bring that a little closer. But there's a bunch of lines here. 1, 2, 3, and then so there's like 10 of them there. And so what that does is that adjusts this frame up and down for the size of your torso. So if you've got a shorter frame or a longer frame, we'll open it up and show you how to adjust that. But that's what you see all these lines for. And then you just remember which one that you have it set for. If you got 2 different people using the pack, you could move it to 2 different spots. It's very easy to swap, maybe just a couple minutes to do that. But once you get it adjusted, you'll never really need to adjust it again if you just got one person carrying the pack. These shoulder straps are super thick. They got probably an inch of pad, or 3/4 of an inch of padding on there. It's got a lumbar pad right here to help push against the back of your back. The waist strap on this is a 5-piece, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each one of these is a good 1.5 inches thick or so. So super thick padding. There is webbing on the side, and one thing I like about the webbing is you can grab a knife like this. This is a Reef F5, but it has that belt clip, and so you can just shove that down into here. So then you got your survival knife on the side. This is a USA made survival knife, Reef F5. Another option would be that you can have like an F6. It's also got a belt clip on it. And so you just poke that down in that webbing, and then now you got a nice big survival knife on the side of your pack. So you may be able to attach other stuff on the side there, like some, this is my SIG rangefinder, but you could probably figure out a way to get that attached on the side, or binoculars. One thing I like about these side holders is I like to have my GPS and pull it out often, and so you could take your GPS and just drop it in that pocket. Some of the other features of this Sawtooth 45, there's a zipper on top. So we'll undo that double zipper, and inside is a nice pouch right there, and it has a mesh liner on the inside. This would be a good place to keep like lunch or something that you need to access very easily, maybe like a Phoenix flashlight, headlamp. You could tuck some binoculars in there. They fit in there just fine. Smaller mini spotting scope. Let's see if it'll fit in there. So it does fit in that little compartment on the top. As you can see, look in there, you can see the spotting scopes in there. So that shows you a little about how big it is. It's not a giant compartment, but it is big enough to throw a sack lunch or something. If you just want to open it and have it kind of where nothing falls out of it, then I would put the two zippers in the center like this, and then you could open it side to side and it's not going to fully open. But if you need to get something big in it, then you could open it all the way. So that's a very nice feature. These zippers have kind of like a waterproof looking liner there, so I'm not sure if the pack is completely waterproof or not. I'm gonna open the big zipper on this. So the big zipper starts right here on this side, comes up over, and then it comes all the way down the far side. And then you can also zip it across the bottom. So this opens up fully like that. And then inside of here, this upper compartment that you see right here, that there's a mesh on there, and that goes into that upper zipper that we are already in. So also there's a zipper here, and that's a mesh pocket. It's big enough to throw in like a knife pack, some granola bars, some beef jerky, stuff like that would fit well there, some gloves. And then there's another one right here that looks like it's about the same size. So what's nice about the mesh is that you can see in there. You could have some hand warmers in there. You could also keep your GPS, rangefinder. So right here is a side pocket, and there's another side pocket there. And what those are designed for is spotting scopes. So you could have one spotting scope, your mini went on that side, and then we could take this other side and have our bigger spotting scope in there. So as you can see, the bigger one you can see a little bit of it. The smaller one is tucked in there. So if you don't use spotting scopes, you could put other items in here, some warm gloves. So right here is a place for a water bladder. So you put your water bladder in there. You could hook it up so that it hangs from right here. There's a hanger. And then right up top is a hole. There's a hole right there. It goes that way. And then, or you could go that way. So depending on which side you like to have your water bladder mouthpiece on, you could run it either direction. So very nice. If you lay this down, it's kind of like a duffel bag is the way that it opens. So when you close it up, it would close up just like a duffel bag. This is the YKK zipper. Very nice zipper. These things are premium quality. That's one thing about Mystery Ranch, is they're going to stand by their products. Great quality, great warranty. If you use a bipod, you could easily tuck that here in the side, just like that. So whenever you need it, if you're gonna go on a hike and you don't want to have it attached, and then you get out somewhere where you're gonna set, you pull your bipod out, set that up. That's a nice feature. These straps are normally connected, up top like this, and they are fully adjustable. But let's open those up. That allows us access to get in here to where you could throw in meat in between the frame and the backpack. The zipper on this thing is a 270-degree zipper. This backpack, some of the specs on it are, it holds 2,745 cubic inches, which it's perfect for like a 1 day to a overnight hunt, I would recommend. The dimensions on here are 29 inches by 15 inches by 12 inches. So it's a perfect size day pack, super padded. This does have the guide light MT frame, and so that's the frame on it is right here. We're going to open it up and we're going to show you the frame on it, but you can see the frame coming up right here at the top. So we did unhook those couple straps. So now inside of here, it's kind of hard to see it on camera, but inside of here there is a strap. There's little wings on this backpack, and that's what attaches it onto the frame. So you take these little wings and you pull them off the frame. Okay, we got that side off, and then we're going to pull out this other side. So we pulled both of the wings after we undid this strap that's right here that has a push button on it. You push that little button in and it separates it. This is the guide light MT frame. So now that we've separated that from the upper part of the backpack, then there's these side straps. So there's one there, there's one here, and then same thing on this side. So now this backpack is fully opened up for us to be able to place something on the inside here. So if you have some meat that you want to pack in here, you can put that in. Other things would be like clothing or something like that you get tired of wearing it and you want to store it in there. Right here on the bottom, there's a overload tray. And so when we pick this up, you can see right here in the bottom, this is part of the overload. And so by adjusting these straps right here, we take that and we adjust that. So that just gave us a bunch more room. So now when the backpack closes up, it's going to have more space in there. And so there's also a couple straps at the bottom here that you're going to want to adjust, and that will give you more space right here and right there. And so for right now, I don't think we really need to use the overload part of it. And so we're gonna tighten that back up. Because there is plenty of room in here, but what we do have is a mystery rant game bag, and so we're going to show you how that works. So you fill it up with your game, your meat, and then right here on these, it's nice that it's high vis. It's got the orange on it, so easier to match your orange vest or whatever you got to wear, but it's got these little ears kind of just the same way that the backpack was hooked on there. And so you take that and you would hook it there, and then you take this other side, because it has one too, and you hook it here. Okay, so now we're going to take our pack as if we were hauling some meat, and we're going to close that back up. I like to do these ones on the top first, so we'll secure that, and then on the sides we're going to have to restrap the side clips. So they're not adjusted, they're not tight right now, but it does have the Velcro right here. So once you cinch that up tight, you got your Velcro here, which is going to keep it all nice and clean looking. So on the side, that's how that's going to look. We'll flip it around. This is the Sawtooth 45 from Mystery Ranch. Very sweet backpack. Loving these packs so far. Very nice. Remember, these ones on the lower part come through that pouch, the water pouch, or the whatever you want to put in there. So if you ever take these out, just make sure you feed it back through that, through the inside, and then it's going to clip here. Okay, so now you can see that the pack can be, you can carry game on your backpack. So you got this guide light frame right here, which is super light. All these straps are fully adjustable, so once you get your stuff in there, you're going to want to cinch all these down. You don't want to leave them a little bit loose like that. But I am going to take off this Metcaf 50 and I'll put that pack on real quick so we can show you what it looks like with the game bag in it. This is the Sawtooth 45. Very nice padded pack. So slips on very easy. It has this chest strap here. It's going to keep it nice and tight against your chest so it's not slipping. And then down in the waist area, it's got another strap right here where it's got the nice padding in the lumbar. I can feel the lumbar pushing on my back, which is very nice. And then it's got a couple straps here, and so you just snug those down, and then that's going to give you a lot more pressure down here, so you'll carry more weight on your hips. If you want to shift the weight up to your shoulders, then just pull these two side panels, and then that's going to put more weight up on your shoulders. So very nice. There's what it's going to look like. We could tighten up those straps a little bit. So very sweet. We love this pack. Everything's adjustable. All this stuff can slide up or down. Yeah, just super comfy backpack from Mystery Ranch. So let me take this one off. There's one other feature I wanted to show you on here. Let me open this back up. We're going to undo the straps and we're going to remove our game bag. We're going to pull this out, set it off to the side. Right inside of here, you open up that Velcro. So where it has the Mystery Ranch little tag. So you're going to open that up. And inside is a plastic piece, or I'm not sure what it's made of, but it's super light, whatever it is, because it stays with the backpack. So there's what it looks like, and it kind of shapes against your back and your shoulders. But what you do is you take this, and just outside of that area, you got Velcro. So you can see the Velcro right here, all that black. And then down here, it's hooked up to the frame. And so what you're going to want to do to adjust this is you're going to slide that black piece down in between the frame and then this piece here. So then on here you have all these adjustments. So now that I got that black piece slid down in there, now you can raise this or you can lower it. Make sure your black piece is all the way down in there, and then this can be adjusted. So what we'll do is we'll start raising it, and then we'll raise it some more. So fully adjustable. Right here it does say max. Let me move this out of the way so you can see that. So right there it does say max, so that if you're any taller than that, you might want to go with the next size backpack up. I think I got the medium. I'm 6 foot, about 180 pounds. and so I ran with the medium. They do have I think 4 sizes. But now we're going to slide that sternum piece back down in there. And then once you get it adjusted, you're going to want to try it on, make sure it's at the right fit. And then when you get done, pull this black piece out. So when you pull that out, make sure you push right here to seal the Velcro up against the guide light frame. And then we're going to open this back up and stick this back in the back piece right here. So make sure that goes in all the way. Once it's in all the way, then that little strap will come down. It has Velcro on it. Okay, and then there you are, you're good to go. So we're going to close this bag back up. This buckle is already strapped on the left side. I'm going to strap the next one up. Then I'm going to put this over the frame, and then that little buckle is going to go right here, come out right there. And so we need to get the frame on this side as well, or not the frame, but get the pack on there. And then there's a buckle right there as well. And so now what you got to do is you got to kind of lift the backpack away, snap that, and then cinch it down. If it's a little bit loose from what you had in there, then cinch it back down. So now I'm going to come over to the right side and rebuckle everything. My lower buckle is already, or the lower snap is already snapped. I'm going to snap that one, and then I have these 2 on top. So I'm going to run that over, snap that, run that over, snap that. And so there it is, the Sawtooth 45, an amazing, super comfy backpack. I highly recommend this. All kinds of webbing right here, little webs to attach stuff on the side here. You could probably put a sidearm on there. These have the little clip on them. I'll show you this knife just so you can see if you're not familiar with the reef knives. Very nice knife. This one's the F5. Here's the Reef F6. Very nice blade, magna cut. And it does have that little clip, and so that's going to go perfectly. It's going to clip into there, and then you got yourself a hunting knife, a sweet hunting knife. So just very, very nice pack. It's an ultra light, just super nice pack. So let's take a look at the other pack that they sent us. Very nice Metcaf 50. So this one is, I believe I got the foliage on this one, same color. This one has a lot more little webs back here to hook stuff into. It's got this strap that runs across. You could hook a bow into that area. All these places to hook stuff. This one has got a cap on it. It says right here, Mystery Ranch Metcaf 50, right there. But it does have this cap on it. Let's take it off real quick. There's a little strap there, strap here, and then there's a couple more on the top side. So we'll show you this little cap that comes with it. So on the Metcaf 50, here's the cap that comes on the top, right there. So it has 2 zippers, perfect place to store some stuff in there when you're out on an outing. This one, you could definitely keep some lunch, some beef jerky. Be a good place to put some gloves, hand warmers. And then on top is another one, another little pocket right there. So both nice YKK zippers. They look like they're water sealed. If you don't want to wear the cap over it, if that's just too much backpack, you could always take that off. The straps on here do have the Velcro, so they are adjustable. That's one nice thing about all these packs. I'm going to set this off to the side. This one does have the side pouches as well for a water bottle. Or you could tuck in your Rhino, your Garmin Rhino GPS would go in here. That shows you with a GPS in there. Your rangefinder would fit in there. And this thing fits like a glove on this side. It's real stretchy material. And so as long as your spotting scope has a cap on it to keep the rain out, that shows you what stuff you could put into that little side pocket. Or you could just stick a water bottle in there. This one has also got this webbing on the side that you could secure a knife to. This is a Tor knife right here, really sweet knife. You could put the clip on this. I do have a clip from Tor, so I could mount the clip to the sheath and then mount it on here. So that would be a sweet hunting knife. It's already in camo. Some of the other features, this one does have lumbar. You can see right here how thick that lumbar piece is right there. Really sticks out. That's one thing that makes it really comfortable. But instead of like the Sawtooth had different pieces here, this one is all a one piece on that side, one piece on that side, and then the back piece. So it's like a three piece. I think this one has the ultralight, the guide light ultralight frame. I'll have to look and double check that. So now that we got the top off of this one, you can see the frame. It's got these little places right here to put stuff. You can hook stuff onto there, hang stuff there. Some of this strapping, if it's too much, you can get rid of it. You don't necessarily have to have all this strapping on here. You could take some of it off. Let's open this one up. So just like the other one, it's going to have that little strap. Once you undo those top straps, it's going to have the little push button one in the back. And so I undid that. Now it's going to have these wings that you pull off of here. We'll open it up. Open the sides. So same as the other one, it has two side straps, and it also has the overload tray. Just like on the Sawtooth 45, this Metcaf 50 also has that same feature. So the way that works is you loosen that strap, you loosen this strap, and then you slide that out, and then at the bottom it's got these other straps right here. And so you also want to loosen that one, and then you loosen this one, and they're very easy to do. It's very quick. And so now what that did is that just gave us a lot more room. You can see that big gap in the bottom there. You can see right there that it has a nice Mystery Ranch tag, Mystery Ranch sewn on there. That's cool. And then it's got the date and all the info on the pack right in here. So that's very awesome. But the same with the other pack. Right here are a couple little wings, and those are going to hook on this ultralight frame. So you hook those there, and then you close this back up. We'll hook up the top first. And then we'll hook up the sides. So right here is one of the sides. And then here's the other side. We'll flip it around and we'll hook up this side. Where'd the strap go? There's the lower one. And it's going to hook into the frame, the ultralight frame, and then hook up the top one. So these packs also have adjustments up here. So if you need to adjust those, you could always pull on that. We'll try this one on as well. This one is the same system that we just showed you with the black plastic piece. You open up this right here and you slide the black plastic piece down in there, and it separates the frame from this, and then it gives you can slide that up or down. One nice thing about the lumbar is it kind of keeps this part, there's a little bit of separation there to keep prevent from sweating as much. So I'm going to try this pack on real quick, and then we'll go over some of the features on it. This is the Metcaf 50. They also make this one in a Metcaf 75 and 100. So if you're out, this one's good for 2 to 3 days. If you want something that's good for more than 3 days, then go with the 50 or the 75. So if you want more weight on your hips, then tighten these up. If you want to loosen it, you want to add more weight to your shoulders, then just back that off. Very simple system right there. I love that system from Mystery Ranch. This piece right here can be adjusted, and then there's those straps up here, and you can adjust those to make it fit better. So if you got this too high, you can always, these are adjustable. All this stuff is adjustable. So you can raise it or lower it wherever it feels most comfortable on you. And then you also have these straps here, which they were on that pack as well. And you pull those down, and then now it grabs your body really good. On this backpack, it's available in 4 colors. It's available in the foliage, which is what I have here, which is a green, blends in really well with the forest. One of my favorite colors. You can get it in the coyote, which is a brown color. You can get this in the Optifade subalpine, which is a camo, very cool camo. They also offer this backpack in Ponderosa, which is a combination of the coyote and the foliage. So you get a little bit of brown with a little bit of green. So many options. It's available in like 4 sizes. I'm 180 pounds, 6 foot. So I went with the medium, and it seems to fit me perfect. But they do offer this in, I think, small, medium, large, extra large. This backpack does weigh 5 pounds, so it's a super ultra lightweight. You barely even notice it's on. The way that the padding grabs you and everything, I love these packs from Mystery Ranch. This pack is 3,050 cubic inches. They call it the Metcaf 50, so I'm not sure where they get the number from, but 3,050 cubic inches. So it is a little bit bigger than the Sawtooth 45 that we had over here. The dimensions on the Metcaf, the one that I'm wearing, are 27 inches by 11.75 by 11. This is the Sawtooth 45. This is the Metcaf 50. So they're both real similar in size. These are very nice packs. This one does have the ultralight MT frame. And here's the cap. Okay, so on the Metcaf 50, this one opens a little different than the other one. So let's show you how this one opens compared to the other backpack. What we're going to do is we're going to unhook this. I'm going to pull the game bag out of the middle. And then I'm going to put this back on the frame. So if you're having a hard time getting these to go on the frame, that means the stuff at the bottom is a little bit cinched up too tight. So if you loosen up the bottom straps, it makes it way easier to get it on the frame. So there's that. But the way that this one of the openings on it, it's got a roll top. So you open that up, the roll top, and you can keep all your belongings inside of there. So lots of room in this one. Okay, let's say you don't want to use the roll top. So we'll roll that back up. And then it's got these couple snaps, which you could go this way with it if you wanted to go around the pack. Whichever way you want to go, however you want to make it work. But this one has got a zipper that starts up here at the top, comes down. You may want to unbuckle the side there. And then on this one, it's also got a place for the water bladder. You open that up, and then on the inside, it's just like one big compartment. It kind of feels like a waterproof material. One big area, so you could stuff a bunch of stuff inside of here. So that's probably why this one has that little pack that goes on top, so you have a couple places to put different stuff. There is these webs inside of here that you can hang stuff from or hook stuff from on the inside if you need to. So it looks like the zipper ends right there. So we're going to take our zipper, zip it back up. Again, this is the ultra light MT frame, whereas the other one had the guide light frame. So on the sides, we're going to hook that back up. It's very nice, very adjustable. Love these packs. So on the Metcaf 50, it is 5 pounds, and it is 3,050 cubic inches. Very nice pack. Loving these Mystery Ranch packs. And then if we go over to the other one, this one is the Sawtooth 45, and it's 5.2 pounds. It's 2,745 cubic inches. So if you're looking for one that's a little bit smaller, I would go with the Sawtooth 45. If you're looking for one that's a little bit bigger, then go with the Metcaf 50. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think about these packs, especially if you've used them before. Let me know the goods and everything about them. I'm sure there's a few things that I haven't covered. Let me know anything that I haven't covered on them or that I missed. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, if you want to see more of it. So we are very thankful to Mystery Ranch, to be working with Mystery Ranch. They're a USA, a company out of USA. And so we love their products, very awesome. I will leave a link in the description on purchasing these. I am affiliated with Mystery Ranch, and so I will leave a link for you to get in there and go through all their packs and purchase them. So again, the Sawtooth 45 is a little bit smaller, very durable material, and the Metcaf 50 was a little bit bigger of a pack. But they're both extremely nice. If I had to choose one, I would probably go with the Sawtooth 45, just because this one is plenty big for me. I'm usually going back to camp at night, and so I don't need to pack for 2 or 3 days. And so this one is perfectly fine for me. I love the padding, the lumbar, the adjustments on it. These shoulder pads are just super nice. So make sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you think of these packs. I want to thank everybody for watching, for tuning in. And if you made it this far, please like and subscribe. Just loving these Mystery Ranch backpacks. You're not going to go wrong with them. They're, in my opinion, these are the best backpacks out there. I don't have another backpack that's this nice. I've owned a few backpacks from other companies, and none of them even compared to these. Super, super nice. They make a great Christmas gift. And so log on to my link in the description and order you one of these. So thank you everybody for watching. War Dog Outdoors. God bless.